Today we're going to talk about how to print a poster in the MSU PHM-TOX large format printer core and how to make sure that our poster is formatted properly so that it's printed the way we want. So what you do as you're making your poster is come to the PHM-TOX website and go under Forms, scroll down and find where it says Poster Request Form and Poster Creation and Printing Procedure, and open both of those things. Note that you should submit posters a couple days in advance. If you submit your poster less than 1 or 2 days in advance, we really can't guarantee that it will be printed by the time you need it. So the best case is to really submit it at least 2 days in advance or longer. So you'll input all this information like the date, your and the PI's name and email, your department, and the address that you want it delivered to. This is really important. The type of paper, account number, when you need it. Again, make sure that you get at least a couple of days in advance. And then your dimensions. This is probably the most important thing, and it causes people a lot of trouble. You will upload your PDF here. You'll add a file and find it. It is important that you do this. You don't just email us your poster. You always submit the form and include your PDF here. But the important thing is that first you follow this poster creation and printing procedure to make sure that your poster is the right dimensions. So we're going to go through the instructions now. Let's say this is your poster. Your PowerPoint, you'll be seeing this ribbon typically at the top at Home. We want to go over to the Design tab and go to Customize Slide Size and hit Custom Slide Size. From this drop-down menu, this may be set to any sort of thing, but you want to hit Custom. So it says here, Custom. And then you can set your width and height. And you can see that for this poster we printed, it was a 24-inch width and a 36-inch height. The maximum height you can make your poster is 42 inches. To be safe, you can set this to 41.5 to reduce the likelihood of something being cut off. But if you follow our instructions, you should be able to print to a maximum height of 42 inches. The width can be whatever you want. So let's say for this conference, it's 50 width, 42 height, and you always hit maximize on this scaling option. The length or the width of your thing can be as long as you want because this will be the width of the paper, and then the length, the printer will print from left to right your entire design. So this could even be like 100 inches wide. It doesn't matter as long as the height is no wider than 42. And of course, you could do it the other way. You could have your width be no greater than 42 and have a really tall poster. But most of the things you'll be printing for conferences will be this landscape format, not a really tall portrait format. So that's why we say typically your max height will be 42. Once you've made your design, like let's say this is what we were printing, and let me just undo so our size is back how we wanted it. So this is how we had it. What's important is if you print like this, the way the printer interprets the design, some of this will be cut off. So at the edges, we need to leave about a 1/2 inch margin on either side of our design. So this will be if you have text, or you have a border around your poster or what have you, there needs to be white space because almost no matter what, even if you follow all of the dimensions properly, the printer will cut off what is at the very edges. So you can see this fulfills that requirement. We go to File, Export, and Create Adobe PDF, or there will be some sort of like Create PDF option in your PowerPoint. This is an example. Your PDF would open like this in Google Chrome. You can hit the 3 dots, go to Document Properties, and look at the page size here. And obviously this shouldn't say 8.5 by 11 or like a normal dimension. This should be your 42 by 50 or whatever your dimensions are for your poster. If it's not that, you have to go back and try again, make sure that it exports it. One more minor note, sometimes when people are saving posters, they'll go to Print and Print to PDF. Instead of that export or that save as PDF option. This is a problem because although this will save as a PDF, it will always set this to be 8.5 by 11 letter size, which when you look at it on the computer is no problem. But even if you set your slide dimensions to be correct, when you print it to PDF, it will always downsize it. So when you try to print it, it won't be the right size. It will come out like a sheet of printer paper off of the fancy large format printer.